of the blue of the western sky comes Sky King. As we say here in the West.
Trying to get this damn wallpaper off my face. Oh, there it is. Hey, can I say Happy New Year now?
Yeah.
Is it you? It really? Okay, considering this is the last show of the year, greetings, welcome. My name is Marc B. Lee, along with my lovely co-hosts here, Rosemary Rose and Jerome Connor. This is our last show. How long have we been doing this? Anybody?
This one?
2 years. 2 years.
2 years.
2
years for classic television SmackDown, and how long for Saturday morning cartoons?
At least 4, if not 5, because I just found a memory of 2018 where you and I were doing vehicles.
Oh my God, this is scary! Oh my God!
Yeah, we started. We started November of 2018 for
God
Saturday morning cartoons. Yeah.
Did we really? Well, I'm glad somebody keeps records because I don't even know. I don't even know how long I've been in my freaking house. What's that? Say that again, Rose.
It was the same day as my book launch. That's how I remember.
That's right.
Our first show was.
That's right, because our first show, you finished and you were off to a book signing.
You got to be kidding me.
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
Hello, my lovely Cheryl. Good evening. Once again, so this is a story I was holding before we went live. I was holding from you guys before live. Congratulate me. Okay.
Congratulations.
Do me a favor. Start applauding now. Okay. Wait. At some point, I'm getting up to go get my beer.
Golf clap. Clap.
I am the only one in the office without COVID.
Whoa!
Thank you very much.
You know, wait a minute. So if everybody in the office has COVID, they can all come to the office and you got to stay home.
That's a good point. I didn't even think of that. You're right. Keep their asses home.
No. They go to the office. You stay home.
I got to text my boss that. I didn't think about that.
But it's not like they're going to get infected.
Well, we have to lock. We have to lock the front door, though. We can't let anybody in, right? Yes. So everybody has COVID, and for those of you guys that are seeing us for the first time, I know Tammy. Hi, Tammy. Hopefully you're looking at us, babe. If you are anti anything, okay, sometimes it's not prudent to be anti anything. Okay, I got 4 shots in my system.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I got 3 boosters actually. Is that right? Yes, I got 3 boosters plus the vaccine. No, I got 5 shots. Is that right?
Two shots, 2 boosters.
So I'm 4. Got it. 2 shots, 2 boosters. Okay, so I'm all boosted up. So
I'm all boosted up.
You think whatever the hell you want to think. I ain't sick. Okay, and believe it or not, I work with anti-vax people. So nanny boo boo, anyway, so that's too bad. So hey guys, this is classic television SmackDown, and much like Saturday morning cartoons, which we do every Saturday morning,
except tomorrow,
right? That's animation that we handle when we were growing up as kids. Classic television SmackDown is what we do, what we talk about live action television shows when we were growing up. Some of the shows were on even before we were born, but thank you for reruns. Okay, the power of reruns.
Syndication's a wonderful thing.
Syndication is beautiful. We were able to watch some of those shows. Lassie, for God's sakes, I watch Lassie all the time. I watched
Timmy's stuck in the well.
Some of these shows I was born to watch or whatever, but Emergency, my God, I Adam 12 I still watch every day when I come home.
Squad 51.
I'm watching Dragnet first thing in the morning. Beverly Hillbillies, the whole 9 yards. So this is what classic television is.
Hogan's Heroes.
Hogan's Hero. Oh, guess what's replacing Hogan's Heroes January 9th on MeTV, ladies and gentlemen?
No, I love Hogan's.
Oh, my bad. replacing Gomer Pyle because it comes on at 9.
Okay, what?
Oh, Beverly Hillbillies. Nice.
Beverly Hillbillies, they're replacing Gomer Pyle with Beverly Hillbillies starting January 9th. I think I know every episode by heart, so whatever.
Hey, my favorite is when Jethro tries to go to the moon.
Hey, I got the hots for Jethrine, okay? Just saying.
Hey, Gomer's had that slut for a long time.
Oh, yeah. So does Dragnet. Dragnet comes on, I watch 5:30 and 6 a.m., okay? And it's been on forever. I think when they started. It's time for that to go because I'm starting to see repeat. My Three Sons comes on after that at 6:30. I watched that as well. And, man, did they go around the horn from black and white all the way to Chip getting married. You're the middle child getting married.
Oh, so. Yeah, that's right.
All right. So, anyway, we take turns during every other week. Classic Television SmackDown is every other Friday. Saturday morning cartoons is every Saturday morning, except tomorrow. Okay, it's every Saturday morning. I was on cruises and other vacations, whatever, and this great team here took the reins, which they didn't need me here at all. It was fantastic, but this is in fact the last show of the year. Okay, the absolute last show of this year. So in 2 days, better yet, I'll say to you guys, we'll see you next year after this.
Wait a minute. I think you're wrong.
It is.
No.
Nothing tomorrow.
We have Roses and Reactions tomorrow, phase 4.
Aha. Good point.
We do have that
Their
tomorrow
show.
because this whole entire month, except for Christmas Eve, we had a show every Saturday because it was Avengers December. And we're finishing up with phase 4, not all of it, but we're not doing Wakanda Forever because we haven't seen it, but up till Wakanda Forever.
I just watched Mountain of Madness today.
What is Mountain of Madness?
Did you like it?
Doctor Strange. I didn't like it. I did not like it.
Thank you. Makes 2 of us.
Well, and I'll tell you why I didn't like it. I did not like Wanda being the villain.
Who?
Wanda being the villain. I did not like that at all.
Agreed. 100%.
Okay. They could have done a whole different story.
Everybody's entitled. Hello, Mr. Ryan, sir. Happy New Year. Soon. Hello, Terry from Ireland. Good to see you again, my brother. Yep. And okay. Of course they are. That's why they're with me. But anyway, so we take turns on doing these shows, both with Saturday morning cartoons and, of course, Classic Television SmackDown. And this time, I think, Rose, you're actually taking my turn. Is that correct?
No, because you actually took a couple of turns. You like went back to back on some turns there for the year.
Either way, we back up each other all the time, so it really doesn't matter. But we just decide if whose turn it is, and if you don't want to do your turn, somebody always fills in. That's what's great about my team here. So utterly fantastic. So it's Rose's turn. So we're going to go ahead and move into it because, wait a minute. I already mentioned that my office has COVID. I didn't mention I just booked another cruise. I'm going on a cruise by myself for once in my life on the same ship that I got off of last month. Yeah, last month, November. What else has happened to you guys? We usually do morning garbage for Saturday morning cartoons, but for Classic Television SmackDown, we still like to pick up on each other's lives as it rolls daily because it's always freaking interesting. Rose, I should start with you. Rose, how's your job?
I'm burned out, okay? And let's just leave it at that.
Gotcha.
Rose, we can provide an alibi.
The last day, that last day, man. Boom.
Rose,
so
Mark and
I'm not going to worry about it till next year, okay?
Yeah, girl.
Rose, Mark and I can provide an alibi, and we can help you hide a body.
We can help you hide a body. I have friends. I'm from Baltimore, for God's sake. So just let me know.
I'm Boston, so.
Yeah, that's even worse. You got the Irish up there.
Yeah, exactly. Whitey Bulger.
Yeah, Whitey Bulger. So, but we all got treated well for Christmas. How was your Christmas? No one has even mentioned that. Did you get what you wanted, Rose? Did you get what you wanted, Rose?
I didn't get anything.
Did you get what you wanted, Rose? You didn't get anything.
Oh,
guess.
that's just wrong.
Yeah.
Not yet, she said. Not yet. Okay. How about you, Jerome? Did you get some new underwear?
I got some really cool electronic toys. I got to watch my daughter be very happy with her presents this year, which was a gift in upon itself.
That's the real stuff.
Yeah. Watching her shred the wrapping paper was a fun thing to watch. And we got Cara some lovely jewelry. So,
Excellent. How about your lovely daughter?
My daughter is fine. She is slumming about.
But what did she get? What did she get?
She's a big fan of the LOL dolls. So she got this big camper from her uncle. She got a whole mess of other toys and clothes that she wanted. The child is wearing constantly unicorns. She's such a girly girl, pink, pink. But that's the sort of stuff she got. Plus, we as a family got we got a video game system. We got the Wii. Amazon did rebuilds of the Wii.
Oh!
So we got that because Gwen really likes it. Yeah.
I got my old Wii. I still have my old Wii. I play it sometimes.
Yeah.
I love the Wii. I love the Wii.
I thought they discontinued it. I had no idea.
They did. They did. And what you've got is they're refurbishing them because they're very popular still.
Excellent. That's good to hear.
Last
I might have to figure it
out. A friend gave me hers that she had used like 5 times, so it's nice.
Wow.
So some really cool stuff. And by the way, I forgot to mention what the one big thing I got for Christmas this year.
Go ahead, buddy.
I own the house now. Okay. The house next door has sold and closed. I met the new owner yesterday. This house is now officially in Cara's in my name.
Wow.
I am now, for the first time, a complete homeowner without the rest of the family involved.
Good for you, buddy. Good for you.
Yay.
Well, Christmas was good for me, of course.
You didn't catch COVID?
My boss is so generous, and we're good. We're like brothers at the office. I got a bonus this year that would allow me to actually buy a car with it. I ain't talking about a down payment. It was just really ridiculous this year, but we had a good year. As for this show, next year, beginning in a couple days, it's going to be a good year. I got things lined up I haven't shared with you guys yet, but this is our first big deal. I got a bunch of big deals coming all of next year. But our first big deal is this actor here.
Yes, I saw.
Congratulations. That's great.
Yeah, and I've actually convinced him to talk about Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, which is the next Apes movie that comes out. And he has a beautiful wife. Hopefully she'll pop in and talk with us for a little bit. But hopefully you guys will show up 7 o'clock on Monday, and we'll get this thing rolling. Mark Street is going to be our co-host on this, since he seems to be the resident. He actually helped me with this thing. We were going back and forth for months, guys. It really got on my nerves to the point I said, all right, let's just forget it for now. And then boom, it's like, well, let's do it Monday. I'm like, oh, well, what the hell? Let's do it Monday. So hopefully you guys will join us on that. And other surprises that are coming up after Monday that we'll talk about later on other shows or whatever. But really looking forward to next year. I think it's going to be a good year because we really need a good year. So let's roll on to this fantastic, I'm really interested, show that this beautiful young lady has put together. So Rose, go ahead and carry it away and tell me what do you got for us for tonight's show?
Okay, so we're going to be doing a kind of New Year's show. I've got some clips from long time ago for New Year's. But first, I wanted to take a brief moment. There's going to be all these shows about people who passed away, and we lost so many wonderful celebrities, singers, actors, athletes, just like Pele the other day. But I just wanted to focus on a few that have deep part of the classic television SmackDown family stuff that people who we've talked about a lot. Or people who made a big impact in television who we lost. And I know it's not going to be everybody. I just picked 5. And we're going to start off with Nichelle Nichols. Nichelle Nichols, Lieutenant Uhura from Star Trek, who was just a marvelous woman. I had the pleasure of meeting her a couple of times in my life. just a remarkable story. Her character inspired so many young girls into STEM, and going into the field of science, and so much more. So I just wanted to pay tribute to Nichelle, who we lost in July 30th.
Can I say something while you're on the show?
I want to say something also.
Yeah, we both want to add on that.
Love it. I'd love you to.
Well, as you guys know, last week I had to fly out to New Mexico for our Celestis launch. We are proud and honored to have Nichelle on a history-making launch in February, coming up in February. And we were able to, actually, we were asked if she could join the flight with Gene and Majel and Jimmy and a bunch of other Star Trek folks that are going to be on this mission. And this is going to be down here in Florida at the Cape. So I will be doing the services. It's going to be so big of a launch that I actually have to do 2 services because we cannot house all the families that's going to be attending this launch in one single service. So I'm going to have to do 2 services for this. And I'm sure it's going to be a lot just going to be said. We have videos and a lot of guests. We always have astronauts who come and speak it out. And I'm sure it's going to be really, really Star Trek heavy on this launch, especially with Nichelle's family coming, flying here. And of course, we're flying up DeForest Kelly's DNA, played Bones on Star Trek. And it's just going to be a big one. Go ahead, Jerome. I'm done.
I think this woman had a life that was amazing. Her story about how she met Martin Luther King on the set and convinced her to stay.
I love that story.
That is a fabulous story. The story of she went to NASA to recruit people of color and women, and how she went about it. And all the people there say basically, if it wasn't for Nichelle, we wouldn't have NASA the way we have it today.
Right.
This woman had so much influence throughout the world. And if you met her, she was such a humble and wonderful person to everybody I ever saw her meet. When things got crazy at one con I was at with her, she just sort of was a calming influence. And I think the world is a worse place without her right now.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I spent 25 years, I think 25 or more years working with Nichelle, and this passing hit me really hard. So
it did too. Yeah.
There's a lot of stories I could share, which is irrelevant for today's show, but I'm going to miss her. We're all going to miss her. So sorry, Rose, you're back.
No, I'm so glad. I'm so glad we got to talk about Nichelle. I mean, this is the reason why I'm doing these. I picked these 5 people. They just had such an impact on our lives in one way or another, and Nichelle certainly did. I mean, after she had her stroke, people didn't think she was ever going to be back on the circuit, and she came back, and I got to see her again with my daughter. It was just like less than a year after her stroke, and she's out there, doing, live long and prosper, and just being such a delight to everybody. It's just such a loss. But she'll always be in our hearts for sure. But the next one I'm going to bring up.
Yep. Oh, I was saying the last thing.
Angela Lansbury.
Oh yeah, there's a delay.
Yeah.
But go ahead, dear. You're good.
Go ahead, Rose.
Did you have something else you wanted to say?
No, that's okay. It can wait. But go ahead.
It's technology issues.
Yeah,
just go ahead, Rose.
Yeah.
Angela Lansbury.
Angela Lansbury. Okay, Angela Lansbury. She had a career in film long before I even knew her. But as I knew her as The Murder, She Wrote. I was a huge mystery fan, and I used to never miss this show on Sunday nights. And my friends watched it. Okay, imagine 5th graders who loved watching this show, and they make fun of it, saying this was a show for old people. But us 5th graders, we loved watching Murder, She Wrote. I'm telling you. This show was on.
You're good.
Go ahead.
You're good. Go ahead. No. Go ahead. Sorry.
The show was on for 12 years. Okay. And I think there was other movies also. Okay. 264 episodes of Murder, She Wrote.
There were 4 movies.
4 movies.
There were 4 movies. Yeah.
Thank you. I knew there was.
And there were books. There were novels.
I
absolutely loved her. I watched Bedknobs and Broomsticks, but as far as television, she had a huge part of my television life. So that's Angela Lansbury for you, and we lost her on October 11th.
Okay, couple of things about Angela. Watch The Court Jester. Okay, she is smoking hot in that movie, The Court Jester with Danny Kaye. But remember, she played.
She was a bombshell back in the day.
She was. And she also, in Murder, She Wrote, she played the #1 serial killer on, television.
I got a movie where she was hotter than in The Court Jester.
Really? Which one?
Samson and Delilah.
Oh, yes. I've heard about that. I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah.
But
Victor Mature. Victor Mature is Samson and Delilah.
Yeah, she was great. For those who missed it, she was in the movie The Glass Onion.
Oh, is she? Oh, good.
Yes.
That's my plan this weekend.
Watch the Zoom meeting he has in the bathtub. Okay, look at all the people. She's in it. It was her last filming.
Yeah, I plan on watching that tomorrow at some point.
Yeah.
So
cool bean.
That was Angela Lansbury, and then the next one I picked is Bob Saget. And the reason I picked Bob is, he was Danny Tanner on Full House, which was also a huge part of my life back in the 90s. This show was on for 8 seasons, 192 episodes. And he was also a comedian in his own right. I think he started off in comedy, and he was here in Florida and passed away in Orlando. And that was so sad. And it was so unexpected. And that was in January. I was like, when I was looking him up today, it feels like it was just only yesterday, but it was actually the beginning of the year he passed away, January 8th.
What was funny about him is that when he would do his shows on the road, okay, families would come out to see him because of the comedy from his TV show. They didn't realize how blue he was.
Yeah, the guy apparently had warning.
Apparently the guy had a mouth on him, So that surprised a lot of parents.
So that's Bob Saget, and I've got 2 more before we actually get into the meat of the show tonight. The next one is Kirstie Alley, who we just lost on December 5th. That was a shocking one. I did not expect that. She was on Cheers as Rebecca Howe after Shelley Long departed. And, she was on there for several seasons. I think she started in season 6 up till the end. And she also had her own show, Veronica's Closet. And I don't know if you remember that, but I did watch that show. That was on.
I saw that. Yeah. Yeah.
So she had a couple of other shows going on too, but, she was also, Saavik in Star Trek, The Wrath of Khan. But, that's another Star Trek star we lost this year. So that's Kirstie Alley. And the last one I wanted to bring up was somebody who's near and dear to Mark's heart, which is Larry Storch from F Troop.
Yeah.
And I know that Mark had met him a lot, and he was also on the Ghostbusters, the TV series. So go ahead and talk about Larry for a bit.
Yeah, real quick. At the time, I think only flip phones were around. Okay, so it was impossible to basically film what Larry and I did. And when I was doing a lot of cowboy shows in LA, it was Golden Boot Awards, and it was all old cowboys from back in the day. Perfect show.
Perfect for you because you love those old Westerns.
Yeah, I love them. But he and I stood in the middle of the ballroom, and we sang from beginning to end the theme song from F Troop. And he was just amazed that I knew every single word of that song. To this day, I still do. And I just love this man. This man was just another lost one that I'm really upset about. So
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Rose.
Yeah, he was 90, wasn't he?
99.
99.
Yeah. Guess who turned 100? Wow. Guess who turned 100? My other dad.
What a solid.
What is it? Stan's birthday was.
But he had he was a huge voiceover actor too.
Oh yes.
Yes, he was.
That's
yes, he was. Yep.
And that's 5 out of several that
Oh,
I
yeah.
lost near and dear to me this year. But I wanted to bring up people who were, that meant something to us and was also part of, classic television. SmackDown had a big impact on classic television.
Oh, yeah.
Good job, baby. Good job.
We're going to get on with the show. When I was deciding to research this show, I didn't know what I was going to come up with. And I always kind of find some really oddball stuff. And what I found out is way before any of us were born, including you, Mark. They used to
What are you trying to say? Whoa, wait. Moses and I were just talking about you the other day.
They used to do at the movie theater. They used to have these New Year's Eve shows, and they would have like their own like little. People would come and celebrate there, and they would because there was no television at the time. So they would have these little like movies and stuff and shorts right before the countdown. So I have one to share. So go ahead and roll clip number 1 just to get a taste of what it was like before television.
Okay. Oh, the evening.
And never brought to mind. Should all acquaintance be forgot, and days of auld lang syne. For auld lang syne, my dear, for auld lang syne, we'll take a cup of kindness yet.
Happy birthday!
Auld lang syne.
I think that show just made an alcoholic out of me.
Yeah, so that was the highlight of some people's lives in 1949. Okay.
Wow.
So I thought that was interesting. So
That was.
So I tried to search for TV shows that focused around the New Year's, and it's really hard to find it because you have most of the time in television, you have that break in between Christmas and New Year's, and you just have these reruns, until February usually. But and most of the time they want to focus on Christmas as the holiday, But every now and then there were episodes that focused around the New Year's. So I was actually able to find some. And the first one I wanted to share with you is from the Jack Benny program.
Oh, geez.
Jack Benny was huge in radio. Okay.
Yeah.
Huge in radio. He was a comedian, and he moved on to television for a very long time. That show was on for many, many years. Three decades of Jack Benny, from radio to television. So in this is his New Year's show in 1961. The premise is that he talks to a female reporter, and he's telling the story about what happened this one New Year. But I only have a little clip of it. But go ahead and run the clip. I think it's kind of funny. That would be nice.
Hey, wait, not my ear.
Where's Jack? I want to wish him a Happy New Year.
Oh, he's in the other room changing clothes. Hey, Jack, hurry up. Everybody's here. Bagby, Remley, Sammy, everybody.
I'll be right with you, fellas. Well, while we're waiting, let's get started. How about a beer?
Hey, Sammy, one beer.
One beer, coming up.
Yeah, I love this guy. Yeah, brilliant.
Now that's a drummer.
Brilliant. I'm drinking drum.
All it was, Dennis.
I don't know. Hey, Dennis, what's holding you up?
I'll be with you as soon as I change my clothes.
Well, change later. Hey, fellas, wasn't Dennis just great in our New Year's Eve sketch tonight?
Oh, yeah, he sure fit the part. Yeah.
Year, Dennis.
Yeah. Happy New Year. It's the last time I'll ever wear a costume like this.
Why, you were great. You fooled everybody.
That's the trouble. When I was walking down the hall, a woman picked me up and burped me.
So it goes on, and it's a pretty fun episode. But so that's the Jack Benny program, and then the next one I have for you is from a show that doesn't get enough love, I don't think. It's the Lucy Show.
Oh yes. Okay.
Which in its own right, it aired for 5 seasons. There was 156 episodes. You rarely see it because everybody always just thinks of I Love Lucy, but this show, was a hit in its own right, and it was. It wasn't the continuation of I Love Lucy. She changed up things a bit. It's mostly her and Vivian, and she has and Lucy has a daughter named Chris, an older daughter, and then 2 young boys. So this episode takes place. It was in 1962 episode, and it's about Chris not wanting. Chris wants to have a New Year's Eve party, and her mom's being kind of square about things. So go ahead and run the clip, Mark.
See, why did you get these costumes out on New Year's Eve? I thought you and I could do our Charlie Chaplin sketch for Chris's party tonight. Oh, I don't know. Do you think Chris's gang would like it? Well, we were a smash at the PTA Carnival. We got more applause than Flora Peabody's homemade divinity fudge. Well, if we're going to do the skit, we'll need 2 men to do it with us. Well, we'll get 2 of Chris's boyfriends to help us.
It's too bad we canceled our New Year's dates with Eddie and Harry. I still don't see why we had to cancel our dates.
Oh, for heaven's sake, Viv, this is a party for teenagers. We don't want any older people around. Well, what about us? We're not people, we're mothers. Oh, Viv.
What's the matter?
You're going to have to take over the balloons. I got to get my eyeballs back in my head. Oh, yeah, just a minute, Chris. Whew. Golly. Hi, honey.
Hi. Hi, Viv.
Right, Chris. Did you get everything?
Confetti, horns, noisemakers, paper hats.
What about the new net for the ping pong table?
Mom, I decided we're not going to play ping pong.
Oh? Well, I guess you have enough going for you with the charades, the 20 questions, and the musical chairs.
Mother, those are children's games.
They are?
Yeah.
Well, all right. I guess there's enough with dancing and refreshment and entertainment.
Entertainment?
Yeah, I thought your gang would get a kick out of us doing our silent movie sketch.
Your silent movie sketch?
Uh-oh. I think Flora Peabody better start buttering those fudge pans.
But, Mom, the kids may not know who Charlie Chaplin is.
Well, just tell him he's the Stone Age Soupy Sales.
Yeah, I wanted to start that because I thought that was so cute because I'm like, nobody would know who Soupy Sales is these days, but at that time it was a funny joke.
That's funny. You're right. Yeah, you're right. Nobody would know who Soupy Sales is, right?
You wouldn't know who that is today,
Yeah.
So at the end of the episode, Chris calls her mom begging for help, and they end up doing the Charlie Chaplin thing, and everybody loves it.
Wow, that's great. I think I remember that bit.
So yeah, so that is the Lucy Show's New Year's episode.
Awesome, good job.
And then I wanted to talk about another one, and this is I think one of Jerome's favorite shows from the early 70s, Maude.
Mine too.
Maude.
Mine too. Oh,
Yeah.
So yeah, Maude was a spinoff of the Archie Bunker Show, believe it or not.
Yeah.
On the Family, and they had many spinoffs, but this is one that lasted for a bit. It was on from 1972 to 1978, 141 episodes on CBS. This New Year's episode is from 1974. They decide to have a New Year's Eve party, and Maude is being Maude at her finest. Go ahead and play the clip, Jerome.
This is another show that I know the theme song from beginning to end. I love
the theme song of Maude.
Yep,
oh my gosh.
Great. Here we
Lady
go.
Good Time.
Mrs. Naugatuck, this is going to be a fabulous party. The most fantastic party ever. I mean, I guarantee you, this is not going to be one of those typical New Year's Eve disasters where all the guests sit around waiting for Guy Lombardo to come on while two drunks throw up in their paper hats.
What makes you think your dull party is going to be any better?
Oh, because I have a big surprise, the greatest, most fun-filled idea I have ever had for a party. And I tell you what it is, except you have a big mouth.
I couldn't care less.
You're going to hear it whether you want to or not. Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is? Something that hasn't been done in years. A lost art. A scavenger hunt. Isn't that marvelous? I planted little gifties all over the house, and the guest who finds the most little gifties gets a really big giftie as a prize.
What's the prize? A paper hat to throw up in?
That was fantastic.
So yeah,
I
that
love
full
Maud.
episode is available at that website on YouTube. So yeah, these by the way, everybody, these clips are findable on YouTube. Okay, I added a little YouTube thing blurb, so that's where I got them from. So
Okay.
you know, it's just put it
That's
out
your work.
there.
That's
Put
your
it
work,
out
right?
there.
That's your work. I mean, why would they pick on us now, right?
So you know, so yeah, so that was Maud, and that's a fun little show. Whoa, what's going on? Hold it. One moment, guys. I got an issue. Give me 1 second.
Not a problem. Not a problem. So if you guys are joining us for the first time, I know some of you guys are. If you're able to go into the chat room and say something, go and say something. We appreciate you watching Classic Television SmackDown, Rose's show for tonight, and she's focusing on, of course, New Year's episodes, classic New Year's episodes. Some of what
My battery's running low. I have it plugged in, so let's keep our fingers crossed. That was the issue. Because this morning your battery, I'm like, how's that? I have it plugged in. So I guess the plug wasn't pushed in all the way. So
yeah,
okay, so let's roll on to the next one quickly here. We've got I want to talk about the Johnny Carson show. Johnny Carson was around forever. When I was a kid, I felt like he was an uncle that came in to my room, you know, late in the evening to talk about just about everything. He had tons of guests. This show had 6,714 episodes. Okay, it was on forever, from 1962, I think, till 1992, I think. Anyway, before he retired, and Johnny Carson also had, you know, a special guest on around the New Year time, and that was Jimmy Stewart. Wonderful guy. Go ahead and play the clip, Mark.
Oh, okay. I'm a huge Jimmy Stewart fan, by the way.
If anybody, I'd rather start the New Year's Eve or New Year's with than you as a guest. Good to see you.
Johnny, I feel the same way.
Yeah, Happy New Year. Did you make any resolutions? I was asking the audience, or did you give that up?
I forgot.
Did you ever used to make resolutions?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like what?
Smoking cigarettes.
You quit that? Yeah.
And talking faster.
Bravo! That was great.
Johnny. Anytime you need a straight man, just give me a call. I'll sit here and set this stuff up all night long.
That was fantastic.
So I wanted to throw that in because I thought it was so cute. I came across it. I'm like, I'm throwing it in there.
Johnny was always
Carson
fun.
was a huge part of TV.
You know, one of the things that's interesting that most people didn't hear about was just before 3 years before he retired, he was about to retire himself. He was like, okay, I'm done. And the network was like throwing tons of money at him, trying to get him to stay on. And he said, I'll only sign it if it snows. The next day, for the first time ever, it snowed in Southern California.
Oh,
and he signed the contract for 3 years.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And me being a big Western fan, I just loved any Western that Jimmy Stewart was in. I just loved this man to death.
You need to go watch a movie called After the Thin Man.
I've seen it. Yes, he was a well. Spoiler alert.
Yeah. It was an interesting to see that side of Jimmy Stewart acting. He was one of his early. Yeah,
it was a dark side of
and it was one of his early roles.
Yes, and I love all the Thin Man movies anyway. So yeah.
Oh yeah, I've got them all. They're wonderful.
Definitely saw that one.
Yeah, for me, it's a Philadelphia Story.
That's listen to you.
That's a good film.
You love that female abuse and stuff like that, huh?
It was fun.
Yeah. Well, I wondered if she hurt herself. If you know what I'm talking about.
Right? He was in The Man That Shot Liberty Valance, wasn't he?
Yes, he was. One of my favorites. Bravo.
There you go. Okay.
One of my favorites. Yes, indeed.
All right.
It's amazing that we could just do a whole show on Jimmy Stewart and his fabulous career. We ought to do that sometime.
And maybe
tonight we're doing classic television smack.
There you go.
So we're going on to some more classic New Year's episodes that you may or may not have seen. And here is a show that I did not get to see much of growing up, unfortunately, and that was Rhoda.
Oh my God!
Oh my God! How could you not have seen Rhoda?
Where have you been?
How did you miss Rhoda?
It was a spin-off of our favorite girl.
I saw it in syndication. I know the Mary Tyler Moore show ad nauseum, but I didn't get to see a lot of Rhoda. Okay,
I had to hide for a sister. It's just the way she talks.
You know who she is, right?
Yes, I do. I know who she was married to. Yes, I know what you're talking about. Go ahead.
Yeah. She's coming up again soon. So we'll talk about her later. So
wow. Okay.
Rhoda was a television series created by the famous James L. Brooks, who did just amazing writing, and Alan Burns. And they took Valerie Harper, spun off from the Mary Tyler Moore show. And I did not realize that until I was doing the stuff on this, that this show was ran for 5 seasons. Because people always said that the Mary Tyler Moore shows did do that good, but I think 5 years for television is great. There was 110 episodes of the show.
Yeah.
And
I heard what you heard too,
this
Jerome, by the way. I said to Jerome, I heard what he heard.
Oh, okay.
Can you still
Did
hear
I
me?
say something wrong?
No,
you were pixelating a little bit, but you're good.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
You're good.
All right. Okay, go ahead and play the clip. It's from 1977.
Of course, she will tell you some other year because that's Rhoda.
Sally! Happy New Year! Happy New Year, Rhoda. I got a surprise for you kids. Yes. Okay, to celebrate, some champagne. One for you, one for you.
How nice.
You know, I feel kind of crummy. I gave Carlton one, too.
Why should you feel crummy?
Well, I played kind of a...
Pause this. Question for Rose. Do you know who this woman is?
Yeah, that's Ann Mira. She's
good job.
Ben Stiller's mama.
Excellent.
A little joke on him, you know. I shook the bottle up real hard before I gave him.
Oh, terrible. On New Year's Eve, the poor little thing's favorite holiday.
Oh, yeah. Hey, I better warn him not to open that bottle, huh? Yeah. Great. Carlton?
Yeah, what is it?
Carlton, don't open that bottle now.
Too late.
You opened it already?
It didn't take much doing. What a pop.
What happened?
Well, the minute that cork started to go, I stuck the bottle in my mouth. What a trip. I drained the rascal in 12 seconds. Almost my record.
That man is having a better time tonight than I will.
Thanks for the champagne.
All right.
Oh, that's great.
The one thing that came out of Rhoda that everybody knows is Carlton the Doorman.
Carlton the Doorman, yep.
Okay, so Jerome, tell us about Carlton the Doorman.
He's one of the first characters you never got to see, and the guy who played Carlton went on to do another famous role in animation. A certain lazy lasagna-loving cat.
Yeah, who hates Mondays. Lorenzo Music.
Yeah.
Oh, that's his name. Oh, good,
Yeah.
good. I'm glad you said that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Excellent.
and little do people know, there was actually an animated pilot for Carlton the Doorman.
Really?
I did not know that.
I was in a test group that saw it back in 77 with my 7th grade class.
And I'm assuming the test group didn't like it?
It wasn't for the show, actually. It was because they wanted to test all the commercials.
Oh, got it. Yeah.
So they did that. So yeah.
Woo. Good job. You're doing a good job here, Rose. Let's take a quick break. We're not going anywhere, but I just want to make sure that everybody remembers to tune in for this network's last show of the year. And of course, it's tomorrow's Avengers Assemble. These ladies had been doing an incredible job. Of course, this is phase 4. So if you go backwards from here, you'll know exactly the other phases that they covered. But they've been doing an incredible job. And it's nice to see the generational gap between mother and daughter and how they felt about all of these Avengers movies. And since I'm a spectator while they're doing their show, there's so many beer bottle stains on my TV, because I do put you guys on my 86-inch. You do know that, right?
Oh, God.
No, you just need to call it what it is. It's the Jumbotron.
I just want to pick out all the pimples, and it's wonderful because I'm going back and forth, and it's great because it's fair. Because I'm not on any one person's side when I'm watching this show. I just want to beat them both up. And
I feel like pretty beat up, but you go after both of us pretty much.
Well, if you're sitting next to the lovely Rachel, and for you guys, if you don't know who Rachel is, she's a very intelligent, very mature, opinionated nitwit, and it's just fantastic. It's just fantastic to see these guys go at each other when they're talking about the Marvel movies that they like and or dislike. It's fantastic.
The thing that I have to say is I have to admire Rose's patience for not killing her daughter.
I would have.
Because at that time,
she wouldn't have gotten past the first movie they were talking about.
When she looks at you and just goes, "You're wrong." Yeah.
This has been my entire life. This has been 22 years of this.
Yeah.
As soon as she could speak, the words were, "You're wrong."
I'm glad it's you, and you better start sacrificing a lamb because you did something. You did something to gain that daughter.
She's a rare breed, I'll tell you.
Yeah. All right.
Really. But
back to our
tomorrow
show.
night, that's our wrap up for the year and our wrap up of a special idea that we had to just do week after week, and all 4 phases of Avengers up to Wakanda Forever, because we haven't seen that yet. So
whoa!
Join us tomorrow night.
What did you say?
We haven't done Wakanda Forever yet. We haven't.
I thought you said you hadn't seen it yet.
Yeah, we have not. So we're not doing that one.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet either.
Oh, okay.
By the way, did you watch Werewolf by Night?
I did not. My son keeps telling me, he's like, "Mom, you've got to see Werewolf by Night. That's his favorite. That's his favorite.
It's a great one. Yes,
show.
Mark.
I haven't seen it either. I'm sorry.
Mark.
Where is it?
It's on Disney Plus.
It's on Disney Plus. My son keeps saying I need to see it, that it's his favorite.
Oh, it's fabulous. It's fabulous.
Hey, look, I'll watch it this weekend after I finish the damn Onion movie. Okay, I'll remember. But in all honesty, I am forgetting what to watch because I just finished Jack Ryan. I'm sitting here going, "What's next? What did I miss? What did I miss?"
There's too much. There's just so much out there.
Oh, I know.
Just too much.
Yeah. Well, after I do my Wednesday dance,
that little girl clip that you showed was incredible.
Did you watch it yet? Did you watch Wednesday?
No, I've had no time.
My God, I'm dying.
I've had no time.
I'm
really,
forgetting what to watch.
It's on
you just don't have the time.
It's on my to-do list. Rachel and I are doing an Addams Family show. That's our next show after in January.
Oh, that's awesome. Good. Well,
you're gonna have to watch it.
Yep, you got 8 episodes to get through.
Which movie? Oh, Wakanda Forever. Yeah, we haven't had a chance to go. The only movie I've seen lately is I promised Chris we'd go see Puss in Boots, so we saw that.
Mary's either talking about Wakanda or Werewolf by Night.
Oh, I'm going to see Puss in Boots, and my boss just threatened me and told me I need to go see Violent
Violent Night.
Violent Night
was very good. I saw that with my son also. That was really good. I enjoyed that.
So,
I recommend that you go find last year's Christmas movie with Mel Gibson as Santa.
I remember that one.
Fat Man. That was hysterical.
Well, that's what my boss was talking about that movie because one of my coworkers was recommended that movie. He came in this morning and said, "Yeah, I watched it last night. It's fantastic." So I haven't seen it. I've never seen it.
I saw it last year. It was great.
Yeah.
Rachel hasn't been up to going to the movies, so we didn't see Wakanda. So I've just been going to see stuff that my son wants to see. So,
gotcha.
But we both very much enjoyed that Puss in Boots film.
Wow.
So it'll be interesting to see what your take on it is.
I got to fit it in because now I got Violent Night and I got the Puss in Boots movie. I thought they were actually on one of the streaming services and found out today that no, you got to go to the theater. What? Last time I went to the theater was Avatar 2. So, that wasn't really long ago. But all right. Go ahead, Rose. You're doing great, baby.
We just got a few more to go through. So,
all right. Take your time.
A few minutes ago, we saw Rhoda and Rhoda's sister. Okay?
Yes, I love her.
Rhoda's sister was a very young, name of the actress?
Julie Kavanaugh.
Julie Kavanaugh,
yes. Who went on to become a billionaire by being the voice of
Marge
Simpson.
Marge Simpson.
Which rolls us into clip number 7. Simpsons has been around forever and a day. It's still going on. And I couldn't believe that this episode was from Treehouse of Horror 10.
Oh, was it really?
Really?
Yes. It's I thought it was a New Year's special, but it turns out it was actually part of Treehouse of Horror 10 because it was before, it actually aired before Y2K. So I guess they, just wanted to do their, because everybody was talking about Y2K.
Yeah,
we all thought it was going to be the end of the world. Remember, that's so hype.
Yeah.
And so in this episode, Dick Clark decides to go to Springfield to do his New Year's show.
Oh, Lord.
So go ahead and play that brief clip of The Simpsons, number 7.
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
It's actually listed as you numbered it number 8, but I found it.
Okay. I don't know why it says that.
I was going to say Y2K hit.
Prepare for liftoff.
Well, that's Futurama.
Got it. So let me see. Let me see what happened here.
It might be 2 number 6s for you because I noticed that this morning and I changed it.
Yes, you did, and here it is.
I changed it, but I guess it didn't change on your end. So go ahead.
I got your back, baby. I got your back.
Weren't you the plant's Y2K compliance officer?
Absolutely.
Must have been hard debugging all those computers, Homer?
Doing what now?
You did fix them, right, Dad? Because even a single faulty unit could corrupt every other computer in the world.
That can't be true, honey. If it were, I'd be terrified.
8, 7, 6. We want to thank Dixie Brand Mayonnaise. Whoa, Lordy, what a mayonnaise.
3, 2.
That's Homer Simpson's computer.
Oh, God, it's spreading!
Oh, no, it's happening.
That explains much. That's great.
Oh, yeah. Wow. That was great.
I love it. But that robot explains much about Dick Clark.
Wow.
Yes.
But if you think about
it,
it went back to 1900, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Dick Clark should have been in diapers. He should have been in diapers.
Yeah, well, that's what
Awesome,
everybody
bro.
thought was going to happen, is that everything was going to reset back to 1900 because it wasn't going to kick over to 2000.
Well, I'll tell you right now, I was
Crazy
involved
idiots
in.
back then. Life just went on.
Well, I was involved in some of that back then because of where I was working, and the problem was the older programs, what was known as COBOL. that did a lot of the finances
Oh, yeah.
in government.
I had
where
a
the real
brainy
problem is.
guy who used to explain that. Yep.
Yeah, and that's what the real problem was. It wasn't like the modern software. It was all the old software that they were worried about. And because I had to do debugging and upgrading of software in 98 and 99. So
I wanted to show you Dick Clark on the left here.
That's not Dick Clark.
Yeah. Oh, maybe it's this one. That's Dick Clark on the left. Okay. No? Okay. Either way. All right. So it's your fault, Jerome, but that's okay. We'll take care of you later. Go ahead, Rose.
So clip number 8 is from Futurama, which the pilot is about the new millennium, and a guy by the name of Fry, who he's a pizza guy, and he ends up getting stuck in a cryogenic sleep for almost another millennium, and he wakes up in the future. So the thing about this is that that's how it started. Then later on, there was an episode that focused around it, like what if he didn't get cryo frozen. So we're going to go ahead and play, I think, part of that clip. So go ahead and roll it.
Prepare for liftoff. 10,
9, 7,
5,
4,
3,
2,
1. Blast off.
Fire!
I can't see nothing. Pretty though.
Nixon in a jar as president of the Earth.
Yeah, he made a comeback.
Yeah, that was a heck of a show, I gotta say.
I really enjoyed Futurama. I agree with you. It was.
This is one of Rachel's favorite shows, and she was a big Bender fan, and she loves the voice actor who did Bender.
So does
my
Rachel,
shiny ass.
I was gonna say, does she say that a lot? Bite my shiny ass.
She, if she could, she would. That's for sure.
Bite my shiny ass.
Shiny metal ass.
Yeah. So that episode, I believe, is called "The Why of Fry," and it came out in 2003. And that show was I think canceled and renewed and
brought back and then canceled and brought back. Yeah, it's
probably going to come back again someday. I suspect.
It had a huge following.
It did.
Yeah.
It was a great bit of dry wit that was in in that show.
One of the things they always tell you to do is on the opening, always watch when that show opens. The commentary at the beginning. There was also lots of other things going on in the background of the shows.
Yeah. I'm pissed off that Rose is drinking beer now, and I can't reach the fridge. I'm going to get a fridge in this office. That's a good idea.
I was going to say, where's your mini fridge?
You need a mini fridge.
Yeah. I'm going to get a mini fridge. I am. I'm going to get a mini fridge, damn it. I'm sick and tired of getting up to go get my brew for Classic Television SmackDown.
Well,
by the way, Classic Television SmackDown is brought to you by, I usually have a Foster's in my hand.
See, look, I'm drinking it like this way so you don't see the brand.
Oh,
look,
yeah. Oh,
my soda. Look, I have no brand on this cup.
Oh my God, you're right. You're right. Oh, great! I didn't even think about that. Damn you, Rose. Only time you guys saw me with a Foster is in my hand. Nobody said anything. You suck. Okay, so
we got 2 left. Okay.
Go for it.
Friends on NBC was on for 10 years.
Was it that long?
Yes. And
wow.
Every now and then, I think they had like 3 New Year's Eve specials, okay?
Okay.
The one I want to show, I can't because of the copy. We would get blasted for copyright music. It's probably the most well-known New Year's special that they did. It was Ross and Monica, brother and sister, and they do this wacky dance to try to get on Dick Clark's Rockin' New Year's Eve.
What was the music?
Show it. Huh?
What was the music?
Oh, I forget, but it was a popular song at the time. I know we would get nailed. So okay. I had it, I dropped it. So I decided to go with the clip from the first season, the one about the monkey, and go ahead and play that clip.
Out of 10 years, they only had 3 New Year's Eve special?
Yeah, mostly they had Thanksgiving and Christmas ones.
I see. That damn armadillo.
You guys know what you're doing for New Year's?
Oh.
Gee, what is wrong with New Year's?
Well, nothing for you. You have Paolo. You don't have to face the horrible pressures of this holiday. Desperate scramble to find anything with lips just so you can have somebody to kiss when the ball drops. Man, I'm talking loud.
Well, for your information, Paolo is going to be in Rome this New Year, so I'll be just as pathetic as the rest of you.
Yeah, you wish.
Just that I'm sick of being a victim of this Dick Clark holiday. I say this year, no dates. We make a pact, just the 6 of us. Dinner.
Oh, sure, okay, we'll do that.
You know, I was hoping for a little more enthusiasm.
Oh, wow. I wish I'd known how this ended.
By the way, it's called the song was called "Trouble with Boys" by Loretta.
That's it. Yeah, The Trouble with Boys.
And
Yep.
Courtney Cox and Ed Sheeran apparently recreated that routine.
Really?
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really funny. So go check it out on YouTube. I did want to risk it. So
Oh, awesome.
Speaking of Dick Clark, and that's kind of why I wanted to play that clip too. New Year's would not be New Year's without Dick Clark's Rockin' New Year's Eve.
I remember the very first one.
The first one was from ringing in 1974.
Yep.
And he was a staple forever and ever up till 2012. And at that time, he was passing the torch over to Ryan Seacrest, who's still doing it today.
Right.
Yeah, Ryan Seacrest doesn't
And it'll
know
be
what
on
he's doing.
tomorrow night. Duran's going to be on tomorrow night, which I was like kind of excited
Wow,
about. I don't know
they're
if I'll get
old.
to see it, but
You know what?
I love Duran. Duran's my people. You know?
I think I kind of stopped watching it once Ryan Seacrest got the mantle. I mean, nothing. I mean, it's not Dick Clark's rocking New Year's without Dick Clark. So.
Well, they still call it Dick Clark's Rockin' New Year's Eve, though. That's what it's still called.
Yeah, but
With
when did Dick Clark die? When did Dick Clark die?
Actually, that's a good question.
All right, hang on, I'll look it
the
up.
The last clip I have for you is his last Rockin' New Year's Eve in 2012, and he passed away in April of that year.
Okay, so before you run the clip, let's consider for a second. Okay, Rachel's age is, what's she, 21, 22?
She's 22, yeah.
Okay, so that was 10 years ago.
Exactly, yeah.
She and her generation probably have no clue who Dick Clark is.
No. If I brought her in here right now, she'd have no clue.
Yeah, and that's my point. So why are they still calling it Dick Clark? Nobody except for real serious television fanatics will know who Dick Clark is.
I think there's probably something in some contract somewhere that says you cannot change the name. And Dick Clark's probably a legacy. His family probably gets a bit of whatever finances every year off of that Dick Clark name. That's what. So, because really by this time it should be Ryan Seacrest's Rockin' New Year's Eve. It's been 10 years he's been so in 2012 Dick Clark was passing the mantle over, and you can tell in this clip that his voice is he's not well. But go ahead and play that final clip from that we've got here of Dick Clark's final Rockin' New Year's Eve.
And now, the big moment we've been waiting for. We'll hear the roar of the crowd building in the background, and they are going to remember tonight forever. For the 40th time, let's count down. 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year! We had another great new year. People are looking to the future with hope and goodwill. And not too long from now, they will call the people, sweep up everything, and time traveler found by morning. But for right now, what a night to remember. Ryan?
Wow, Ryan looks really young.
Yeah.
So that's how I wanted to end the show with Dick Clark, because it wasn't New Year's in classic television without Dick Clark.
You know why he was talking like that, right?
He probably had throat cancer.
Yeah, he had a stroke. He had suffered a stroke a few years back.
Oh,
yep.
wow.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I think I will watch that show just for the ball drop. It's one time of the year that I really stay up late. If you want to call it late, right? It is late. Yeah.
My folks made me watch the Lawrence Welk New Year's Eve one.
Stand by, Jerome.
I watched Lawrence Welk.
Jerome.
Yep.
So I will be in fact watching that tomorrow night, and then I'll go to bed. But it's really the only thing that I do watch out of the other three networks, ball drop, including who does it? CNN does it, or some other network?
Yeah, CNN, MTV, a whole mess of them do it.
Yeah. So I will watch it. Rose, great job. Appropriate topic, of course. As you see on our scroll at the bottom of the screen, this is our last show for 2022, not our last show. This is a season debut. What do you mean season finale? This is a season finale,
right?
Not a series finale.
There you go.
Yeah, that was it. So great job on that. If you guys had not seen all of the pictures that Rose had gathered that we kind of went through, and even though they will do a memoriam to people who died in 22, they never get them all.
No.
There's too many of them this year.
Yeah, well, they can do it. I'm waiting for CBS Sunday Morning, which of course is going to be on New Year's Day.
Oh, they do a nice job.
They do the best one.
I agree, 100%. I agree with you both. They do a nice job on that. But it was great reminiscing all of these shows that had their New Year's season. And I think the other show that we did, Classic Television SmackDown, was a Christmas special that we did. And it's just so many shows out there, and each show having their own Christmas specials and a New Year's special. It's kind of hard to get it around. So you just stay with us through the years, guys, if we're still alive. And we'll show you as much of it as we can. But this is what you want to focus on tomorrow, guys. And
we thank everybody who's joined us for these last three. It's made it a lot of fun.
Yeah, like I said,
everybody coming in with their ideas and comments.
Could you just tell Rachel for Mark and myself, she's wrong?
I may actually drive down there on tomorrow, Jerome, just so I can literally feel her heart just slowly stop beating as I'm choking the living line. What do you mean you didn't like Ant-Man? What do you mean? Are you crazy? And I think it was Civil War I was screaming at her about. Or maybe I was screaming at you, Rose.
Oh, you're probably screaming at me because I don't like Civil War.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Because I was screaming.
You like Civil War, I did not.
No. I was screaming at no one, but I was saying the best part of that movie was when Ant-Man got big.
You know what? I'm glad I wasn't there because I would have to disagree on a number of points because there were a lot of Easter eggs on all those movies also.
There is. Yeah. It was a great movie to me, so whatever. Everybody's congratulating you, Rose, on a great show as always. So it's never when she doesn't do a bad show, but this is, I guess, the only thing that we have to say on Classic Television SmackDown for the year 2022 is just look for us back in 2023. I got a few disappointments in 2022 for guest appearances. It's just a matter of them just giving me a date. Like I said, we hunted down this guy for the longest time to get an okay. This was a very difficult grab for us, but we finally had him really zero in on a day and date. 7 p.m. on Monday. If you guys join us and you have questions, our crew here, co-hosts, you guys can even pop on screen if you want and ask them personally if you don't want myself or Mark just to repeat it. What I've seen is a lot of YouTube interviews that Peter have done, And like always, when I bring a guest on to a show, I like to ask them or find at least from you guys some questions that he hasn't been asked. Okay, I mean, if Nimoy was on this show, the last question I want to hear is, what's it like being Spock? It's like, so originality is big on my plate with these shows, and that's why I like doing them. But other than that, this has been Roses. We had a great time. Hey, Joe. Yeah.
Hey, Joe, what do you know?
Hey, I just got back from a vaudeville show. That's the tail end of that.
That's right. That's right.
That's right. Hey, Joe, what do you know? Yeah. But yeah, it's going to be great. Happy New Year to everybody. It's really weird to say see you next year. As if we're going somewhere. Thank you, Mary. Wonderful, Mary. But without a doubt, guys, we here at NBL Entertainment Group and these shows wish all of you guys a happy 2023. Put this year behind you, starting late tomorrow night. Just put the year behind you. If there was anything negative that happened to you guys or a family member or just made your lives almost unbearable, it no longer exists after tomorrow night. Okay, in fact, you have nothing to complain about because you'll be sitting here going, last year sucked. It's like, this is 23. It's a new year. So turn the page.
I got to get a t-shirt that says I survived,
I survived 2022. My God, man. We can go all the way back to 2019 for that.
Amen, brother.
Yeah, amen.
Yeah, it's been rough on us, and we only looking for, safe harbors for 2023. But this has been great, bro.
Should we break out into the Harry Truman song for when he did re-election?
Dewey won. What are you talking about?
No, it's for Truman. His campaign song was "Happy
wait,
Days Are Here Again."
Yeah. Happy days are here again. Here again. We don't have our champagne with us. We should have thought that. I don't know why we didn't, but oh well. It is what it is.
I don't drink champagne.
Yeah. Any closing thoughts, Rose? You got anything planned? In fact, when we come back, it'll be Saturday morning cartoons. Other than Mark knows everybody will be Monday, but the first weekend show will be Saturday morning cartoons.
Which I think is mine.
Look, she ends the year and she begins the year. Look at that.
So,
wow. Anything we're looking forward to? You want to give that up now or not? It's fine if you don't.
It's in the works. I'm thinking things out.
Cool. All right. Yeah. All right. So next time you'll see all three of us together, guys, it'll be on Saturday morning cartoons next Saturday.
Yep.
So not tomorrow, folks, ladies and gentlemen. It'll be next Saturday. We'll check you guys out next Saturday. So thank you so much for everyone that's joined us this year, that supported us this year. That's been a great big help. We'll have announcements during Saturday morning cartoons. I think is when I want to do it. We'll have some announcements then. And otherwise, we'll see you guys back then. Good night. Bless you guys and have a safe. If you're going out tomorrow night, don't make me come after you. Okay?
No drinking and driving.
Yes, don't drink and drive. Call a friend. Call an Uber. That's what Ubers are for.
Call an Uber. And see a comment up here. Who is this from Mary? All right. Great, Mary. Good to hear. Happy New Year to everybody. And this is where we sign off for the year. So ciao.
Bye.
Happy New Year.
Out of the blue of the western sky comes Sky King. As we say here in the West.
We never had that drag like that before. That was weird. I give up.
You're still on.